Okay, thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for clicking the little bell. Welcome to another episode of What's Going On? What's going on? Yeah. Now, the Washington Post they have to come and put their little word in. It's already going to be bullshit. I know this is going to be bullshit. I don't even want to read it, but the only reason I want to read it is because I know it's going to be bullshit. Like, this is going to be fucking horrible. I can already see it. And one of the main reasons I wanted to get into this is because look what the headline says from the Washington Post. Group's Instagram suspended after posting letter supporting Amber Heard. Let me tell you something. As somebody that has been suspended from all major platforms multiple times, you're not going to get away with this shit. You will not. And I will not allow it. Because I know what it takes to get suspended from a social media platform. I know exactly what it takes. So you're not going to play this game where, oh no, they're trying to support Amber Heard and Instagram totally took them down. Oh yeah, no. The defamation case that revealed intimate details of alleged domestic violence. Already? Alleged? See, the thing is that if this was flipped and Johnny Depp was Amber Heard and Amber Heard was Johnny Depp, there would be none of this bullshit, none of this alleged. It would be, okay, the trial happened, it's over, everybody move on. They're still going. So now after the trial, it's still alleged. Alleged domestic violence between Depp and Amber Heard left many vilifying Heard online, very deserved. Now over 200 experts. Now it's over 200. Wait, didn't somebody tell me that it was 300? So now they're going all over with that stupid fucking number. Now over 200 experts and organizations have published an open letter calling for an end to the harassment faced by the actress and others who report sexual and domestic abuse. So essentially what you're saying is for us to stop talking. That's all they're saying. They're not saying that Johnny Depp's the abuser. They're not saying that Amber Heard is the abuser. They're not saying any of the audios were fake. They're not saying any of that shit. So I'm sorry. I totally forgot to put today's sponsor. We got Ellen. Ellen, she's going to get the great big E right there. Oh, you know what? I'll do it backwards. Then at least I can do that backwards. Not like a fucking 3-year-old. Okay, I'll do that one backwards. E backwards. Okay. Thank you so much to Ellen. There we go, right there. Right over my heart. Thank you, Ellen. Very much appreciated for the GoFundMe. Okay, getting back to this. Now over 200 experts and organizations have published an open letter calling for an end to the harassment faced by the actress and others who report on sexual and domestic abuse. You're not facing harassment. People are criticizing you because you're wrong. That would be the same thing as me saying something stupid that I shouldn't say, whether it be something like Kanye said or some kind of bullshit, right? And everybody got mad at me. And then everybody came in my comments and they started telling me shit. And then everybody wanted to come down on what I'm talking about. Well, because you said something stupid. You did something stupid. So everybody's mad at you. Jeez. But the letter was met with, oh no, but the letter was met with anger from Depp fans. Oh no, man. These people are fucking weak. But the letter was met with backlash. Oh no, with anger. They were so mad because we're lying and we don't know and we're wrong and we don't want to admit that we're wrong. Dude, you're fucking wrong. What do you not understand? Was met with anger from Depp fans, some of whom flooded the organizer's Instagram account with disparaging comments. Just hours after the account went live, when the letter published on Wednesday, it was suspended for almost a day. So now we just got dragged in to this bullshit. So it was only suspended for a day. Well, you got my fucking click, you pieces of shit. I genuinely thought they were trying to make it sound as if an Instagram profile got suspended permanently just because. You pieces of shit got my click. Thank you. You're welcome. It was suspended for almost a day. That means a 12-hour suspension. Jeez. Highlighting the backlash survivors face when confronting online harassment, Michelle Dauber. Wow. Let me tell you something. Michelle Dauber is one of the biggest instigators in this whole thing. There wouldn't be any doubt in my mind that woman, Michelle Dauber, had a lot to do with the letter in the first place. Michelle Dauber, the asshole, a Stanford Law School professor and longtime advocate for victims of sexual assault. Yeah, probably not if they're men. Told the Washington Post, this is a letter about the online vitriol and public shaming that Amber Heard experienced. So it was you. So it was Dauber. Oh, you can already hear it in that first sentence because that's how the letter is set up. You can already hear it. It was probably Michelle Dauber. Oh. This is a letter about the online vitriol and public shaming that Amber Heard experienced as a result of coming forward with allegations. You mean as a result of lying? This is the thing. Are we still supposed to be under the impression that she didn't lie? Or is that what they're seriously trying to say? That was the point of the defamation trial, to prove that she lied. I don't understand why these people can't take that, even though I'm going to answer my own question again, because I always do that. They can't take the L for love. It's very simple. Oh, it said Dauber, who signed the letter, yeah, and probably wrote it. And it's also about the online attacks against anyone who supported her. It has nothing to do with the trial's verdict. They don't care about the trial's verdict. What the fuck? The @letter for Amber Instagram account received an onslaught of angry comments, some laced with profanity and decrying Heard as a liar and an abuser, which she is both, according to screenshots obtained by the Post. The account thus chose to turn off and delete comments. Of course you did. Of course you did. Because that's the tactic of all Amber Heard supporters. You need to understand, Amber Heard supporters are of the class of people where violence is the same thing as words. When these people read these mean comments, they consider words violence. So when you and I are telling them off on Twitter, they read those words and they're like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a panic attack. Why are they all coming after me? Why is it all backlash? And then they have to breathe into a bag. Because that's how they are, dude. These are the people that genuinely believe that violence is words. Words are violence. These are them. So when you keep on reading this backlash, oh, the violence, what did she say? The vitriol. It's because when they read our comments and we're all proving them wrong, they hurt inside. That's why. Comments that were so vile and so harassing that it was upsetting to other survivors. See, again, which survivors? They're talking about themselves. If you're a survivor and you support Johnny Depp, then you're not a survivor to them. You have to understand that. If you're a survivor and you say to yourself, oh, Amber Heard is just like my ex-husband or my ex-boyfriend. I remember how he used to be and she's exactly like him. Well, then you're not a survivor. Dauber said soon after the account was taken down when users began reporting it. Good. I don't know. You're not going to make me sit here and feel sorry for that. Let's see. A spokesperson for Meta, which owns Instagram, said the account was suspended by mistake and none of its content had violated any company policies. Okay, well, what the fuck are we reading the article for? Thank you, everybody. Thank you for liking and subscribing. What the fuck are we reading the article for? Jeez, well, you're going to write a whole article and then you're going to put it in there. No wonder Washington Post is such a... violated company policies. The account was restored Thursday evening. So essentially, you people are angry and trying to get an article written in Amber Heard's name, and it's literally nothing. A literal nothing burger.
Look, there's no meat in here. But you said you wanted nothing on it.
That's exactly what it is. The account was restored Thursday evening, shortly after the Post inquired about its status. Heard and her attorneys didn't respond to requests for comment from the Post. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Elaine? Or are you talking about like her new attorneys that are all men because she doesn't actually hire women? Who are you talking about? Because let me tell you something. For a feminist, Amber Heard's entire legal team is nothing but men. It doesn't sound like a very good feminist to me. Her sister Whitney Enriquez praised Wednesday's letter, calling it a much-needed breath of fresh air. Well, yeah, whatever from her. Finally, the tides are shifting. No, they're not. Finally, she wrote in an Instagram post. Depp Heard verdict will have a chilling impact on #MeToo. Yeah, you're goddamn right it will. It's dead. A counter letter defending Depp, which had garnered over 10,000 signatures. Oh, so what's wrong? What's wrong, Washington Post? You're angry that the Depp letter got 10K and Amber Heard's letter barely got 130? So you're trying to tell me right now that you're saying that, and I know how you're saying that. You're saying that gritting your teeth. Oh, the counter letter defending Depp, which had garnered over 10,000 signatures. Oh, god damn it. God damn, dude, if you can only get 130 people to support you, I think you might have a problem. Sorry. 10,000 signatures by Thursday evening lambasted the support Heard received as a kick in the teeth for male victims of domestic abuse. A spokesman for Depp did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the letters. Dauber is among the activists, academics, advocacy groups, and other organizations to sign the letter defending Heard. What did I say yesterday in yesterday's video? It's nothing but people in the media and people in academia. Right there. Activists, academics, and advocacy groups. There's no real people in all three of those names. None of them. They're all, they're probably all on Adderall. Number one, we've already talked about that. And they're all ideological. They don't care about the truth. They only care about my truth. Yeah, my truth. My truth. See, that's what they care about. Signed the letter defending Heard. It was also signed by actress Constance Wu. Yeah, the woman that literally came out in a movie about drugging and robbing men. Feminist icon Gloria Steinem, the National Organization for Women, the Women's March Foundation. Oh, you mean the foundation that had a felon as one of their speakers? You mean the woman that killed someone and shoved a rod up his booty? Really, bro? The Women's March Foundation and Equality Now published some 5 months after the jury reached its verdict. The document notes the vilification of Miss Heard and ongoing online harassment of her and those who have voiced support for her have been unprecedented in both vitriol and scale. And why is that? You want me to get the whiteboard? Because I can go get the whiteboard right now. Why is that? Because you're fucking wrong. Don't think they get that. You're fucking wrong, dude. Everybody's been on your feminist, toxic feminist. Look at me. I know it's kind of hard for you to take some direction from a man, but look at me, toxic feminist. You're wrong. And you're for like the past what year was 22? The past 5 years since 2017 and Me Too happened, you've been in control. You've controlled the narrative. You've been right about everything, even when you're wrong because everybody just agrees with you. Now you're not. It also blames disinformation, which is a political term, not real, misogyny, no, biphobia, nobody cares, and a monetized social media environment. So essentially, let me get this straight. When they say that, monetized social media environment, are you trying to say that I would have never made any of those videos unless I was getting paid? Because I didn't get paid at all for the whole fucking year. I barely was able to get my channel monetized in like the last 2 months. And the trial was 7 months ago. So I know you're not talking about me, bro. I was doing all that shit for free. It was such a pleasure to be shitting on Amber Heard every day back then, just the way she shit on Johnny Depp's bed. It was so much fun. So you're not talking about me. So you can go fuck yourself with a monetized social media environment. No, dude. No. For exacerbating the intimidation and perpetuating a cycle in which a woman's allegations, you mean a woman's lies, of domestic violence and sexual assault were mocked for entertainment. We weren't mocking her. We were mocking her horrible acting. After less than 2 years of marriage, Heard and Depp finalized their divorce in 2017. A year later, oh, you mean the divorce where she wanted the black Range Rover, she wanted 3 penthouses, and she wanted all of that paid for? A year later, Heard wrote an op-ed for the Washington Post in which she described herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Though she did not accuse Depp by name, the Pirates of the Caribbean star sued Heard for $50 million, alleging defamation, and accused her of abuse, which she did. She then countersued Depp for $100 million after his lawyer called her accusation a hoax. For 6 weeks, the two went head-to-head in a Fairfax County, Virginia courtroom, but the proceedings were laid bare for the world to see. Why is that? And I still don't get this. Why do they keep complaining about that? Is it such a big deal that we got to see the trial? Is that such a big deal to you people? Like, are you that upset that we all saw everything? So you do realize, if since you keep bringing that up, every single article we've been reading is about the fact that it was public. Are you trying to tell me that it's that big of a deal that we all saw it? So that means you couldn't control the narrative. That is not a good look, man. The way that y'all keep talking about that is not a good look. Laid bare for the world to see on television screens, live streams, and viral videos, while both sides fired claims of violence, drug abuse, and mistreatment at each other on social media, public opinion skewed heavily toward Depp and Heard and her legal team became fodder for countless memes. Oh, you mean because we all heard the audios and everybody figured it out? The Post previously reported, ultimately, the jury handed down a verdict that favored Depp and awarded him $15 million in damages. However, jurors also found that Heard had been defamed and awarded her $2 million that she won't even end up getting, so nobody gives a shit. Many of those who publicly supported Heard faced backlash online. It's not backlash. You're losing. Began reconsidering legal action against their abusers. Okay, go back. Some victims of abuse also began reconsidering legal action against their abusers, said Jessica Taylor, a psychologist and founder of Victim Focus, which challenges discrimination against abuse victims. Well, I've said it before, and I'll gladly say it again. If you're telling the truth, you have nothing to worry about. Do you think anyone told Rihanna that her abuse didn't happen? Do you think anyone said, "No, Rihanna, Chris Brown never hit you"? We don't believe you, Rihanna. Do you think anybody ever told her that after seeing those photos? Lots of women told me that they were retracting from cases. So then are those women lying? That they were deciding to drop action or were deciding not to report their abusers at all. So were they lying? They all said that it had shown them a side of the justice system that scared them and made them feel as though they would never be the perfect victim. So that's the thing. If you think the perfect victim, then you obviously have something to hide. Because truth stands on its own. It always has, and it always will. Dauber, the professor, said what motivated her to sign the letter was the chilling effects the harassment Heard endured could have on others hoping to report domestic or sexual abuse. Yeah, fucking right. Violent crimes that surged during the pandemic, but also, notoriously underreported? Well, that is true, but that has nothing to do with this. That's definitely a non sequitur. Like, okay, I do understand. I mean, that's just the basic what would happen because we're all indoors and we were all together and locked down during the pandemic. That has nothing to do with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, but fine, put it in there because you want to make people feel sorry for you. The letter, Dauber said, was part of a concerted effort to showcase unity among public victim shaming and to bring attention to how social media platforms not only allowed but incentivized. Oh, so now they're complaining again. They did that with YouTube. Remember? Boosie bad. But remember with YouTube and with Boosie, and they tried to go out in Newsweek and say that it was, oh, YouTube is doing it, YouTube. So now you're doing that again. Now you're going to start blaming the social media companies. Bro, the social media companies can't do anything. It's called Section 230. I know you people know about politics, you pieces of shit. It's called Section 230. What the fuck are you talking about? Nothing on these people's social media platforms can happen to them. That's literally the point of it. No, you're not going to blame them. And to bring attention to how social media platforms not only allowed but incentivized the mockery of her to proliferate unchecked. So you're essentially saying that we should have been censored from Twitter for making fun of her and for posting her bullshit online. That's essentially what you just said. And to bring attention to how social media platforms not only allowed but incentivized the mockery of her to proliferate. So you're literally saying with that one statement that we all should have been censored for talking about her. Good job, dickhead. Jeez. She was treated this way because the biggest players in harassment and vilification are not internet trolls, it's big tech. What did they do with YouTube? Oh, look, YouTube is making money. YouTube is doing it too, and they're profiting off of the harassment. Oh, YouTube. Now they're doing the same thing to Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. That's all they're... You see, people, you fucking morons that you do this shit, I'm right here with you, baby. I'm right here. You're never going to get rid of me, baby. You better fucking hope my channel dies because I'm going to be on your ass every step of the way. It's big tech and social media platforms that made a lot of money, Dauber said. It's an extremely dangerous situation when you have content creators competing to get clicks and eyeballs by putting out content that made fun of her so that they can make money. What? Fuck you, dude. I didn't get paid that whole fucking trial. I wish I would have had monetized by then. Damn, I had some videos in like some serious numbers back then, which in turn, of course, makes money for these platforms. But some have criticized the timing of the letter, saying the show of support for her was too little too late, as Gawker's friend Hopfner, whatever, wrote Wednesday. Okay, well, wrote Wednesday? Well, I'm going to click on that link and I'm going to go roast that article too, so be ready for that one. It is at best a show of belated solidarity to bolster the egos of its writers, and at worst a flagrant and cowardly admission of guilt over further silence. Really, dude? These people are trying to support you, whether it's fake or real, and you're trying to shit on them the way Amber Heard shit on Johnny Depp's bed? Really? Like, who the fuck do you think you are? They're trying to support you, and you're like, oh, why did you like take so long to give us support? Like, why? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because Amber Heard's PR team called us all and they told us, hey, will you sign this letter? What exactly took so long for something like this to exist? Dauber said the belated response was a conflagration of factors, citing the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Oh, Jesus. And we need to defend the reproductive freedom during the midterms. The midterms is over. When was this bullshit written? Hold on. This is a long time ago then, November 18th. What? Well, yeah, it's already the 22nd, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. What? November 18th. The midterms were over already. What are you talking about? What? Okay, fine. I guess. I get it. You know, you're just trying to talk about abortion again, but whatever. Citing the overturning of Roe v. Wade and the need to defend reproductive freedom during the midterms, and whenever groups came forward to defend her, they faced enormous vitriol and backlash. You get it now, though, right? Like, now they're starting to use it too many times. Have you noticed that? The word backlash is starting to lose its meaning because now they're just saying it. Oh, well, you commented mean things on my tweet? That's backlash. That right there, that's backlash. I'm sorry. That... backlash. No, dude, you're just being proven wrong by everybody. Still, the lack of immediate action from feminist organizations and advocacy groups disappointed at least one of this week's letter signees. Oh, they're disappointed. Oh, but it doesn't say who. Okay. Oh my God, there was only a handful of us speaking up because that's only what nobody is. A handful. 5. So let's get this straight. The letter was only signed by 130 people, and now there's only a handful speaking up. 5. Oh my God, there was only a handful of us speaking up, and we were battered with abuse and threats. Oh, I'm so sure. Oh, they threatened us. Yeah, right. Taylor said, I don't know whether it was fear or whether Amber wasn't the kind of woman they wanted to support. You fucking think? I don't know whether it was fear or whether Amber wasn't the kind of woman they wanted to support, but I don't think I will ever forget the silence, just as I will never forget the woman who stood up. That's the end of the bullshit article. Oh my God, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. You just answered the whole reason why nobody stood with you, dude. Michelle Dauber, you fucking moron. You just answered why. Oh, my head is hurting. Oh, no, Taylor said that. Sorry, not Dauber. Dauber's still an asshole, though. Look at it. My fucking head is hurting. I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know whether it was fear or whether Amber wasn't the kind of woman they wanted to support. God damn. You don't read these things before you put them out, do you? Okay, let's calm down. Okay, that's going to be about it for today. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for clicking the little bell. We will catch you next time.